So colorful.
Such, yeah.
Thank you. So let me see. Let me call Teresa. I know she's having a meeting. she made a flan for you. Oh.
I love flan. I mean, all I can think about is, Tomasita's flan, Oh.
So how was that interview?
I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah. Some things I don't remember,
Yeah.
Teresa is saying not to wait for her because she has a meeting. She's in a meeting and they're having another meeting with Isabel. Did you meet Isabel?
Yes, I did meet Isabel.
Yeah, Teresa is trying to see if she could get into Penn State, the Master Garden program. Because right now she's going to a program, but I asked her, did you learn anything? She said, I have learned more with you than what they are teaching me. Nothing. It's Teresa, we were planting onions, and it's like, Teresa, I'm sorry, but I'm going to pretend that you don't know. She said, no, it's not pretending, it's that I don't know. So it's like, okay. And then we started putting things in the greenhouse, and it's just, I said to myself, I don't know how much money she's paying for that course, but it's
this is at where, Penn State?
No, it's someplace else. I think it's.
Oh, she's just taking a course.
She's taking one year.
Oh, in horticulture.
Master.
Oh, Master Gardener.
Yeah. So that's I guess why Jessica's there, but
Caribbean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought that was the air conditioning or something.
No,
like,
it's
oh my gosh.
ventilation. Yeah, well, that's important when you're cooking, though. I was reading about how that's the smoke can get trapped if you're not don't
It
have
goes
fan.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this stove because this is electric. Yeah, because the kitchen for this house was just that tiny. Very tiny thing, and then the carpenter said we could make it here, and it's larger, but then to run all of the gas pipes and everything, so it's like the whole house was converted to electric heater and everything.
Oh wow.
So we don't have a boiler because it was much more money.
Really?
Yeah, you have to buy the new system because that one was like 70 years old.
Oh, I see.
So
yeah, because I always thought electric was more expensive, though.
No,
but not really.
Last year it was like $60 a month.
Huh?
I think.
Like $60 a month for the winter.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And with the air conditioner, I have one, and the fan runs like $55 a month. Electricity, so
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I had to sell my house.
Pretty good.
So is that why you're in Princeton now? Or?
Yeah, the house. It was actually where my grandparents lived, and I lived with my grandparents when I was really young for a little while, and then when my grandparents passed away, I bought the house from my mother, and everything was fine, but then all of a sudden, I don't know what changed, but in the basement, it started to get mold. I mean, mold. And I mean, I had it remediated 2 times, with like heavy duty chemicals and shit.
Oh my God.
And it just kept on coming back, and I couldn't live there. And so I sold it, And people are in there, so I guess maybe they found a solution,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was such a great house.
Mm-hmm.
It was like at the top of a cul-de-sac, and you know there were only like so many little houses there, and the whole back was it was close to 2 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And all woods, huge, like tupelo and like amazing trees. And then it went down on this side, and there was a huge cliff, that had been scoured out, and it was just, an amazing place. But like, oh well, the house didn't want me to be there.
Yeah.
But in my case, I have this big, it's not as big as yours, but I have this big house on 2nd Street.
Yeah.
But it's too much for me. I cannot clean it. And it really, I cannot do, I couldn't do my garden the way that I did for so many years.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said, it's time for me to go. And it was hard. It took me a long time. And still I have everything in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everything is there.
Wow.
My clothes, my books, my pottery, that means I have everything is there.
Huh.
So we have to start going there and cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to leave a house you've lived in for so long,
Yeah.
I know it's like so weird, like that I live in Princeton in this apartment.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh. But my partner, he's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely a good reason to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to serve,
Oh.
you
We could
do it?
serve ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Better.
I didn't want to rush you.
The rice is completely vegetarian.
Oh, nice.
The chicken is not.
Okay. You first.
Okay.
We'll follow you.
So, yeah, okay. All right.
So many things happen because, when you set up a day for an activity and it doesn't happen, then everything is out of place.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, I don't have anybody helping me cook.
On the day of
Saturday.
Yeah.
So I say, okay, let me go to plan B and somebody's gonna cook the meat and then I'm gonna make the rice and then we are making the salads and the other things.
What's Saturday?
The Bembé.
Oh.
The celebration for I have been working with Anula and Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
No,
They did the video for Grupo Motivos.
Oh, okay.
So I found them again. And now we have been working in this amazing program. It's augmented reality. And it's just you go to different parts of the garden. For example, when you go and if you put your telephone with this app and you put it there in one of the maps, you're going to see dancers, bomba dancers.
Really?
And it's in different parts of the garden that people from the community, they have been working, they have been teaching them how to do that. And on Saturday, they are going to present their project.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, wow. There's like a chip in the picture or something?
It's something there. It's the app.
You mean like a QR code?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a QR code leading to the augmented reality. That's very cool.
Huh.
But it's going to be... And they're going to show the documentary, Grupo Motivos documentary. They're going to show it.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Huh.
And it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
We were gonna have music. We are not having music. We are not having music because it is too cold to play the drums.
Oh.
The drums, they don't make noise.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the issue. Like the air temperature. That's
They don't
wow.
make noise.
I
It's
didn't-
just no.
I wouldn't have ever guessed that.
So
I really want to find out the physics behind that. But yeah. Oh
Because
well.
you would think if it was cold, that would like increase the tension maybe on the.
Yeah, because the molecules would be closer together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know.
That's interesting.
Gracias.
de nada. So
Yeah.
Huh.
yeah, that's what happened. But you know, it makes sense because where are the drums from?
Puerto
The
Rico.
skins, yeah, they're from
And it started back in Africa.
yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
major- no,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it
That's
makes
so
sense.
interesting.
Yeah. Colorful.
One of these days I have to bring Roberto.
Oh please.
Yeah.
I'm telling everybody because it's just I went to Norris Square just to work on Colobó.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now Teresa, she thinks that I'm gonna be
Oh, you're gonna be coming back.
yeah, that's gonna be there.
Yeah, I
And
bet.
I keep on saying to her, no, that's not what I want to do. You know, it's very tempting.
Oh yeah.
Eileen, I think you understand me when I'm saying that it's very tempting
Yeah.
because the work that we did in those gardens, it was just, it was, I don't think, no, I'm trying to be humble, Joe. Trying to be as humble as possible. But I have to believe that we did more work than any other of the Green Country towns.
Yeah.
Because we have to, it was not a choice, we have to prove who we were
Yeah.
as people. We have to prove that because they had us like we were less than less. And the garden program was what gave us the opportunity to prove to the whole planet that we are capable of doing things, you know, extraordinary things.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you know, it was just like, and I will think, and Eileen will, okay, and we worked together in a way that it was not.
Then we became one.
Yes,
You know.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
But it was great because, you know, Iris had the ideas and I had like sort of the know-how to take all of the ideas and like, let's build that, you know, and then get the right people,
Exactly.
you know, and it was all community. You know, it wasn't like we had builders come in from any place, you know what I mean? This was all community people who were great builders, actually. You know.
Yeah.
They could.
And
They knew the feel that you know you were looking for.
yeah, there's the mural of them, of some of them, and yeah. I was gonna say something else. I can't remember what it was, but I mean, it does seem like you did prove to the world, given that you know Las Parcelas is in the Smithsonian, and
Las Parcelas is where?
well, you know about that they have they have photos of Las Parcelas and its story on the Smithsonian Community Gardens website.
Oh, I didn't
So-
know that.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you are
He knows more than we do.
you are the only garden in Philadelphia to have that right now, I believe.
Eileen,
Wow.
So
We made history.
yes.
can I get you an autograph?
Hey, it was the both of us. It
Yeah.
was like, you
It
couldn't have
just,
done it without each other.
it's just incredible.
Yeah.
And the thing is
Wow.
that we were not thinking, we never stopped and think that it was gonna go that far. We just
Just
wanted to,
Keep building.
keep
dreaming,
doing,
keep going,
keep doing.
you know?
Let's change the color
Yeah.
of this. Let's do that. Let's do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And it was just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the celebration
Oh,
for when we became a green country town. Well, since I was at the Philadelphia Green, and I was able to go to two or three of their celebrations when they became a green country town, and I was just there looking. We were not a green country town yet.
no, not yet.
But I will go there for the celebrations, and one day I remember that they let go all these balloons and they got stuck underneath a tree. So I was like, no, we are not having balloons.
No.
And then every time I saw things, of course, that they went wrong, and I said, no, we are not doing that. So in a way, it was good because he gave us the opportunity to correct mistakes. Not to
Yeah.
no, we are not doing that.
You weren't making the same mistakes as Point Breeze.
No, or any other. No,
yeah,
no, no.
yeah.
So one day, when I saw the balloons, I said in my head, this crazy idea. When it's time for Norris Square to celebrate, we are gonna let go white pigeons.
Right. I remember that. Now that you said that.
And then I started saying, because I have that bad habit of telling people about my dreams. And that is good in a way, and it's bad because if the dream doesn't come true,
Or maybe you will eventually.
So then when I told some people, then I was like, and where I'm gonna get white dove? And where all those? So I started again, like when we became the green country town, that was the first thing that I started asking people. Do you know where can we get white dove? White dove? And do you believe that the white dove, they were closer to us than we thought? Remember?
Yeah.
That they were next to.
Around the block, right?
They were next to Tomasita.
Yeah.
There was you got them from a store or
No, the guy had them.
oh
It was this guy that I didn't know. Shorty is his name. And he used to raise them. And then he would tag them, whatever, and they were trained to go as far as Jersey, Camden, and then come back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
that's
Oh, he
amazing.
did that.
So then,
When you see Camden, you turn around.
we made arrangement. Tomasita and I, we went there and we said, Shorty, this and this and this and that. He said, sure. Do you believe that a week earlier he fought with his wife and she called the police?
Oh my gosh.
She called the police and they arrested him.
Oh no.
So 2 days before the big day, he was in jail. It was the first time that I asked God to let him go so we could have the white dove.
Right.
And I said, if he had to go back, but then he had to go back.
Right.
But we need him.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
We need the dove.
Yeah.
So that's what happened when Tomasita said, Shorty is out. Oh, I was so happy. So it rained. You know, the other people, they celebrated for one day. How many days we celebrated, Eileen?
A week at least.
We celebrated Friday, big celebration on Friday. And on Friday, I remember that they were all Puerto Rican desserts. And then the next day was the food. So it rained. And I remember that somebody said, but it's raining. We have pictures of, you know, people with the umbrellas and people with raincoats, plastic bags, you name it. And then somebody said, I think it was Blaine, just said something about the rain with the microphone. And I said, no. When it was my turn to say something, I said, no. This is not, you know, forget about the rain. Because we need water for the plants, so this is a baptism. This is a baptism. So now, everybody knew what was the program and who. Then we have this man. He plays the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? He is a teacher. I have not seen him again, but he was this Spanish guitar, and his job was when the doves were gonna come out, he was gonna start playing the guitar. Because it was raining, the doves they didn't want to come out. They were in a cage.
Smart.
Yeah. And I have to go there and hit them in the back, and then they started flying around on top of us. And then they went home, which was across the street.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was so memorable for me because that was the first time my mother came to see my project. To see what I do, you know, because they lived at the shore and it was kind of far to come, you know. But she was blown away.
Yeah,
And my sister, one of my younger sisters were there because I have like 7 other people, other kids in my family.
Eight kids. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You mentioned your mother. I didn't. Yeah. Ask about your siblings, but.
Yeah.
And
that was the first time for her to drive all the way up from the shore and, to be there for the opening. It was the only one she ever came to.
Was it, your sister also lived in that area, or?
No, well, I mean, I had 7.
Yeah, 7.
No, I was the only one that, lived in Philadelphia.
Okay. Speaking of another interview thing, Iris, so Eileen and I were talking, and she didn't quite remember how the trip to Cuba came about.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
How did?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to remember. How did we?
Eileen, you invited me.
I thought you invited me.
No.
But I'm trying to remember, like through what organization or how did we
I don't
get
remember.
there?
I don't remember the organization, but I know that. We were 10 people from different parts of the United States.
Yeah.
And then we went there. And Paco went.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I couldn't remember how that came about.
It came from you, and you invited me. But I know it's an organization from the United States.
Yeah.
That I think that's what they do. It was something about agriculture. And we went there to learn
Right.
Their method. And it was
Amazing.
It was incredible. I was mentioning to Teresa the other day because she invited me to this meeting with the staff. And I said, one of the things that I remembered about the trip to Cuba was that we had among the people that they were showing us around, they were scientists, they were professors, they were the people that were the gardeners, and everybody knew exactly the same thing.
Right.
Because, and that's the way that I like when I do a project or something and work on a project. I talk because if something goes wrong, then the project is gonna stop. And I told Teresa, we were talking about how difficult it has been for Norris Square when I left, but I was there forever. Rafael came. Rafael was not a gardener. He was not a gardener.
Yeah.
He thought that it's going to be a different story. He was not a gardener. Then after Rafael, who came? I think it was Mariana. Mariana, she's a very good gardener. She's a very good gardener. But the situation with our gardens is our gardens are special. Our gardens, we were not happy only to harvest vegetables or fruits or flowers. It's a combination with the culture.
Right.
So Mariana, she couldn't do the cultural aspect because she is not Puerto Rican. But she was excellent gardening,
Yeah.
harvesting, and her relationship with the people in the community. All that was very good.
Yeah.
After that came Jose, and Jose left. Then it was Liani for a couple of months, and she got ill. So it's like, what is going to happen? And I said to Teresa, they come, they work in Norris Square, they learn a lot from the community, and then they add that up in their resume. I said, who is winning here? They are.
Yeah.
They are, because we are looking for a gardener right now. You like it?
I do. I really. This is very good beans and rice. I appreciate it.
You
Like,
could have more if you want to.
I might have more, but I want to also try the plantains first.
Oh.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
plantains are not the best because when they are ripened, they turn black, and that means that they are sweet. Those are not that sweet.
Well, I'm sure they'll still be good for you, but. But those beans and rice are really good. My mom, that was one of the things that my mom cooked for us a lot growing up.
Really?
And, yeah. And yours, I don't know. I don't want to compare, but I like how you do them. You use different beans, but yeah.
Thank you. What we use is called sofrito,
Sofrito.
and I'll show you what the sofrito is. We make our own.
So it's like a sauce.
So sofrito is a mixture of cilantro, coriander, onions, peppers, ají dulce, which is a very Puerto Rican. It's this
Sweet, like.
tiny pepper
Oh.
that is sweet. And we put this in the blender with a little bit of oil. Some people they mix it with water, but my family, we like to mix it with oil.
Better.
And then you see, this will last. We have enough that it will last for about 6 months. And what we do, like if I'm gonna cook tomorrow, I will put it in this side of the refrigerator.
Let it defrost.
Yeah, defrost with something underneath, and I will leave it on this side for about 2 days. And this is what we use for the beans, for anything that has tomato sauce. So you are welcome to take one home and try it, and you are welcome to try one. To try it, you know what it is.
Oh yeah.
But you are welcome. You see how many we made?
Wow,
Oh
yeah,
my
that would be
gosh.
very generous of you, and I would
Yeah.
appreciate it, because,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we make, I think my dad has made tomato sauce sometimes, but, it's not got as many different flavors in it. Like, this isn't, I don't know, this is, tiene mucho sabor? Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I can try to practice a little bit of Spanish with you. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't, I only learned it in high school, really.
Oh, right.
And then one of my best friends speaks a little, but she's not a native Spanish speaker either.
Oh,
so it's mostly, I talk of my younger sister who's still in high school learning Spanish. And then I talk with her, now I talk with Iris sometimes when Iris has to text me something. I'm sorry I didn't respond to your text also. My phone notifications are off. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
These are pigeon peas. And pigeon peas, I learned that they came from Africa. Yeah, and this is every Puerto Rican celebration that we are going to have, you are going to have rice with pigeon peas. But I also learned to make the pigeon peas. This lady, I went to her house, and it was the first time. I went to her house, and I went to her daughter's house to get something. That was many, many, many years ago. And when I went, they were eating. And, Puerto Rican, you cannot say no. Because we get offended. And she asked me if I wanted to eat. And I said, no, gracias. She said, just a little, un poquito. Y yo dije, okay, un poquito. Y dije, okay, un poquito. So when she served me, it was white rice, and it was these pigeon peas with little balls made of green banana.
Oh, nice.
So she put it on top of the rice, and when I started eating that, I was like, oh my God. It was so delicious. So delicious.
Yeah, I didn't like anything.
And then I was like, I knew that she was going to serve me more than this, because I asked her for a little bit. I said, excuse me, con permiso, can I have the other half? The first day that I met her.
Oh my God.
But it was so delicious that I said, no, I need to get fresh, and I need to tell her. And she said, of course. Yeah. So she gave me the other half. It was so I make that often because it's very simple.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any meat whatsoever. It's just the sofrito and the gandules and the white rice.
I don't eat very much meat. Maybe chicken every now and then, or maybe a little bit of like flounder or something, or salmon. But
I don't eat a lot of chicken, a lot of meat either.
Yeah,
chicken, and I go to Acme, and here I am taking all the skin that I can.
Yeah. I've finally, like Roberto just says, you go do all the shopping and you get what we're going to eat. I'm there, okay. Yeah. Whole Foods?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a 10-minute drive to there, and I was like, oh, thank goodness, I can get organic.
Yeah.
You know that black part there?
Yes.
That's called pegao. Pegao, because it's and that one is not the best pegao. No, because normally I don't cook in that pot. I cook in a different pot.
Is it? Okay.
Hello, Nemo.
Hey, Mom.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm very happy.
You're happy? Why you happy?
You know who's here?
No.
Eileen and my new friend Joe.
Oh, tell him I said hi.
Can Nemo say hi, Eileen?
Yes, tell him I'm
Yeah.
sending hugs to him.
Hi.
And Joseph, hi. Where are you?
So I am at the Amish market.
Amish market.
Yeah.
What are you gonna bring me?
That's what I'm calling to find out if you want. I'm also calling because we're gonna do that turkey drive November 21st, which is a Sunday.
And you need people?
So we'll use people. We're giving out 500 turkeys.
Oh my goodness. So do you need names of people?
Yeah, I don't need 500 names, but give me like 5 names.
The firefighters, they get together and they give
No,
donations.
Mom. Tell them the truth, right? Tell Elaine and Joe the truth. They ask, and then around and like crazy, and then we'll get it. No, I'm only playing. No, we all get together, we do it, and something nice. Give back.
Oh,
Yeah. No, so we're getting together, and we're doing it in East that American Elite High. So we're partnering with them. So, yep. Number 9.
good.
But yeah, so, yeah, go ahead. Enjoy your afternoon. I'll call you when I'm heading back down there.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the names. But I also reached out to them to see if they
Okay.
know anybody from that script. All right?
Okay.
Nice meeting you, Joe and Eileen. Take care.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Okay. Bye, Nemo.
Bye.
He's
So
one
he-
of my sons.
So he's still up here at the firehouse, or
No, he
No?
doesn't. You know, Nemo. He has been ill.
Oh,
He fell and he broke a leg, and it was just mayor. The bone came out. It was
Oh,
mayor.
no.
Yeah. So
oh,
Wow.
one day they were. It was a big fire on
yeah.
Allegheny. No, on Front Street.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very cold, and they had to bring him to my house. He couldn't breathe,
Oh my
and he
gosh.
was standing there on Second Street. He was just standing there. And I said, Nemo, you know what? You need to stop. You need to do something with your life because you are gonna die.
Yeah.
So now what he does is with the firefighters, but he goes to different schools and senior centers for prevention to talk about.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And he has been writing. He's like me in a way that he's always with different ideas. And some of those are the ideas they have become proposals that they have given the firefighters a lot of things, and like a lot of smoke detectors
Right.
for
To hand out to the
for
community.
millions of people
Oh, wow.
in Philadelphia.
Oh,
really
that's
good.
amazing.
So he's happy there.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned that might have mentioned this to Eileen too earlier, but like I remember you mentioned that I should talk to one of your sons.
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah, name of.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So I'll have to interview him at some point.
That's him. Because my daughter Nita, she's pretty good too because she has been involved. Melody, she's the youngest. She could talk to you about Norris Square, but not the gardens.
Yeah.
But Nita, she has been more involved. And Nemo, he's my shadow.
And so also Iris. So this is Pegal. Yeah.
The black part. I'm going to show you where I cook the rice.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to make that rice.
Okay. Yeah. One of these days, that would be great.
Huh.
Oh.
You see, for you, if you buy one like this, you see how thick it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So mine is this one there. But I didn't use it because I want to make some candy. So you see, this is the what I'm using for candy.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, so
that's
like
big. That's for
that pan that you use, like that cooks it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is this, you see how thick it is?
Yeah. Oh, right.
I bought two small ones, that one and that one, because sometimes, like for me,
Oh, yeah. I mean, that,
Yeah.
you'd have to. And you can't really freeze it. You know what I mean?
the
Or-
rice you can.
You can?
You put it in a container, like you Sofrito container, you put it in the freezer,
Oh.
and then you take it out,
And
and it tastes just.
Really?
Yes.
But so you're using the one you normally use for that to make candy?
We are making this candy, and
Huh.
so
Have you done
this-
that before? Make candy?
Hmm?
Make candy?
I'm gonna make rice. In here it will be rice pudding.
Oh,
It's
right.
arroz con dulce Puerto Rican style.
Ah.
So it's the first time that I use this to make rice.
Huh.
Normally the pegao is not like that. It's crispy.
This is crispy enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm just happy. I really like, black and brown food a lot. I always, I would, everybody hated my cooking when I first started out in my house because I would just always burn everything. But I found my niche, I think, with mushrooms because it's very hard to burn them.
Yeah, I don't know how you would burn a mushroom.
It takes like half an hour, but it is possible.
Really?
Yeah.
And what kind of condition are they in at that time? You know? Yeah.
I mean, they don't taste bad. I will say,
Really?
They don't get bitter. But like, I think it is possible. I think I have burned them a little bit. You have to cut them up. Like, it helps to cut them up really small, and then to cook them for a very long time. But yeah, you can cook them for up to. I think I read actually that you can generally cook them for up to 25 minutes, like on the stove on decent heat. Just because the thing is. So
They hold so much moisture, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their cells are technically structured a lot like an insect exoskeleton is.
Really?
Chitin is what it's called. So they hold water really, really well.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's my
Huh.
that's my fun fact of the day. But meanwhile, of course, most plants, do not, because they aren't built like that. But so yeah. But I don't worry. I promise you, if I ever have to cook for either of you, I will not burn anything. You're gonna hold.
Promise?
I promise.
Okay.
Pinky promise.
I know I've lost all my cooking skills. Yeah.
I hardly cook anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
like, living in an apartment, it's so weird to me. I cannot get used to it.
My daughter, she lives there, Melody.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ariel, that she loves to cook, and she's a very good cook. She's better than her mother because she grew up with me. We used to cook and do all kinds. She knows how to make a lot of Puerto Rican dishes that her mother or Nitza don't know, because we were together, and I was always cooking for activities in Norris Square, and she was involved in every single one. So she lived right there, like 6 houses away.
Oh, wonderful.
So it's like, Mama, don't cook. And she got me spoiled. She thinks, no, she's
You're fortunate. No.
yeah, she's incredible. Like I said, Ariel, I could do this, Mama. She went to, she made the flan last night.
Oh.
And then she went with her husband. He had a doctor's appointment. And she said, "You okay?" "Yes, I'm okay." And I said, "Ariel, where is the flan?" I sent her a message. She said, "Don't worry, I'll be before Eileen gets here." So she came and she said, "Do you need help?" So I said, "Will you please sweep the floor and put these things like to the side? I have more all over." And then she said, "I'm gonna fry the plantains for you." And okay, but she's with me. All of my children are very good.
Yeah.
But I included her as my youngest daughter. But she's not. She's my granddaughter.
Wow.
I know. I mean, she really does seem like she's your daughter. She's your clone.
Yeah, she's very good.
Gracias.
De nada. You see, this make me happy.
Yeah, I can't believe I had so much to eat.
Yeah.
I didn't eat breakfast today, just in case.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, who wants to eat dried cereal? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I think I have something better.
When did you get up?
Oh, I wake up like, I don't know, 7, something like that. I'm so used to waking up.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very used to 3 meals a day and nothing else. So I just eat a lot, as you know now. But
We can tell.
You eat a lot?
I think so. Do you think not?
Well, I cannot tell.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Can you tell me the recipe? How the
Right.
Well, I don't know. My recipes are mostly just eating a lot of peanut butter.
Oh my god. I mean, I like peanut butter.
Yeah.
It does have cholesterol, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say that I look at food and I can't wait.
Oh, I know what you mean. Every time I look at, I don't know, like a big, like a Whopper or whatnot, or like a Big Mac. Yeah, I loved Big Macs when I was
really?
a kid. Yeah, I don't now, but but also, yeah, I don't know. But
I'm
mostly
into turkey burgers now.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
really good turkey burgers.
it's I will say it's mostly that I think I'm vegetarian. So like I wouldn't,
Oh.
but
Yeah, because fake meat just doesn't really taste very good.
yeah, no. But,
I mean, I don't eat red meat or anything like that, but a turkey burger,
yeah.
I feel bad for the turkeys, but
Yeah. Have you had the Impossible Burger?
I have. I think they're all right.
Yeah, I think they're all right. I think to me they taste
With,
like
you know,
meat,
lettuce
but-
and tomato and some sauce on it and
Yeah.
a piece of cheese.
Yeah, that works.
You can pretend it.
Yeah,
It's all
but
right.
I don't know. Yeah, but I do mostly like beans and rice or fried tofu. Or
I love fried tofu.
yeah. But I'll see. I'll give that to you as the main guest.
Thank you.
I need to get me something like a spatula for cake.
Oh, a cake spatula. Yeah.
Yeah, something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Those are really nice, but you have a good array of cooking tools here. You have a lot of different fruits and vegetables too, I noticed. Pineapple, the peppers. Is that a papaya?
That was a papaya. I was gonna make papaya candy.
Oh,
Nice.
I've never heard of that.
Oh,
It's
pretty good. But the papaya have to be very green. So by the time that was gonna be about 3, and 2 of them they are ruined.
Yeah.
And that one just see if some of it is good to eat because it's.
Yeah, you don't want to
But
waste it if you don't
Yeah.
want to.
you have to be very green to make the papaya candy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've had papaya by itself. ever,
No, I don't
so-
think I have either.
Yeah. You know, I think it's related to broccoli. It's a
Really?
brassica technically, or it's in the same family. Because the seeds are similar to the seeds
Oh,
of
I
like
wouldn't
a
have guessed that.
yeah
Huh.
The
yeah
papaya?
yeah
that it's like the
the
same
broccoli?
family.
yeah it's the same family as broccoli, I believe. But I mean, yeah. But then again, spinach and cacti belong to the same. I don't think it's the same family, but like the same like next stage up in taxonomy, like the order or something. So yeah, there's a lot
I
of
wouldn't have guessed that either.
yeah. Plants are fun to learn about.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Que dulce.
Bueno.
Yeah. Very good. Que rico. But I see that's the thing also that I need to work on. I can't pronounce the I can't roll the R. I'm not rolling the R very well.
You know what? TH. You are not going to ever hear me saying, wait a minute, what is the word? Wait a minute, let me think. I will say, I will say the seashore. I will say that when I'm speaking, but I will never say to you the VEACH. No. It sounds like something.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, no. It's a lot of sounds that I cannot make.
Yeah.
And that was stopping me.
Oh,
Eileen
that's so
knows
funny.
I couldn't. But then I became shameless.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
let it go.
I'll say, if you want to really know what I'm saying to you, you will pay attention and you will get it. Because I do the same thing when you speak to me. If I pay attention. Some of the words I don't know the meaning, but I could get it because it's this and this. One word that I don't know, this and this. It has to be
Right.
so.
And within the context of what we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And didn't stop you from from directing the board, Philadelphia Green, or from
It didn't stop me.
no.
I
Yeah.
know.
La Diabla. No.
Remember he used to call me like that, and then
The what?
he used to call me Diablita, and then he changed to La Diabla, Mr.
Oh, who was that?
The director of the flower show.
I think it was like
What is it?
Lindemann or Edelman.
Oh, Ed Lindemann.
Ed Lindemann.
Right.
That was it. Janet was just taught. I brought that up with Janet, and she was like, "Oh, that's Ed Lindemann." And I was like, "Oh, okay," which I should have known, but.
He was a fair man. He was a very good man.
Yeah.
But he was kind of reserved and kind of
He was,
quiet in a way,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah. He was I think he was shy.
This
But
was so delicious.
thank you. I will
I mean,
tell
everything
you.
was so delicious. I haven't had flan for a while.
Yeah.
He was such a humble person. He was so nice. And then when I will speak to him, he would turn red. And then when we were working for a while, then he
Yeah.
said, "Iris, you are una diablita." He used to call me little devil.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, it's in the recording. You have a very good 10 minutes talking about him in that.
No,
that
he
flower
was
show.
he was
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
it was just incredible working with him, working together. But he used to turn red, and when I was saying something that he was turning red, I knew that he was going to call me Diablita, and I knew that he was coming. And then one day, do you remember when I wanted him to understand that we needed music in the flower show. And he was Irish. No, this is a flower show. I said, but this is a flower show about my hometown. And we celebrate with music and dance. And then he will give me all kinds of excuses. But there is no money in the budget for costume. Who told you that we need money to make the costume? We need money to buy some of the material. But then we will make the costume. We got it. So then one day, the first day that he called me Diablita, I thought that I was going to die. I was just like laughing and laughing.
Got it. Yeah.
But then, do you remember when I wanted the music, that he was like, no, we can't do it. We cannot. I said, yes, we can do it. We must have it. We must have it. And then I gave him a tape of William Cepeda. And he is from Loiza, and that year he was nominated for a Grammy. But he didn't know who he was. I said, please listen to this man. And then we were having a meeting at PHS, and it was all these people there, and I made arrangement.
To play.
And then I made arrangement with Tata and her family that they will go there. And Sarah Edelman.
Yeah.
She was there, and she was in a position where I could see her from where I was sitting, and it was because she was going to let me know when the group came. So when she did like this to me, I said, okay, I said, excuse me, will you please move your chair? Please, excuse me. So I made a circle, and I left the space like big. So when all these musicians came with costumes and drums and everything, he didn't know what to. And
I was going to say, no, stop.
in the middle of the meeting, and they came and they started performing and all that. And I said to myself, I'm not going to look at him, at Edelman. I am not looking at him until I feel like it. And then when they left, I looked at him, and he was, and he said to me, you are not a diablita, you are a diabla. I said, okay, I got him.
He needed that, you know.
But it was this show. It was this show, and then these people, I said to him, I'm not asking for money for them, but they need parking spaces. They need 2 rooms to change. Yeah. I just look for, things like that they needed. And then when they finished their performance, every time, it took them forever to go upstairs to change or to relax, because the people, they were asking them, taking pictures with them. It was the first time that they had music at the flower show.
I know, it just made sense. You know?
It was
kind of like, it's such a big space, and you're just hearing the crowds and background noises and all of that. But to have a performance, it was like, why didn't you think of that sooner?
But it was just incredible, because for that flower show, we were working. I was working with people from Loiza. I was working with the designers, something that I have never done before, and I was just like, and people didn't know, but Eileen knew. I was going through a big situation with my ex-husband that I was totally devastated, and it was the first time that I had to go and see a therapist. I was taking medications, and I just wanted to cry and sleep. That's what I wanted to do. But the flower show helped me, because I had that commitment that I have to get up and go.
Yeah.
I have to get up and go. But it was just like working with the mayor in Loiza, so they will come.
Right.
It was just a lot of things that was on my plate. And but I don't know.
when my mother came, to see what I was doing. I mean, she came to Norris Square. Because I lived here in a way. I was here every day. Just trying to get everything together and let's make this happen.
It was just incredible. And then Eileen, at the beginning, it was at the beginning when they told us, BHS, that we will be their next Green Country Town and the only Latino.
Mm-hmm.
So Eileen came, and we used to tell her, and Tomasita and I, if you need to go someplace, we go with you. Because at that time, they saw a white person in the community. That person was from the FBI. That person was a detective.
Right.
That person was an enemy to what was happening in the community, and we knew that. So it's like, we go with you. But one day Eileen went by herself with her expensive camera, and that was
Oh, yeah.
that was a mess. Tomasita and I, we were so ashamed. We were like, oh my God. It was bochorno. It was bochorno, like somebody from the community did this to her. We didn't know what to do with ourselves. But I said, you know what? I believe that this program, it depends on how Eileen feels. So we could do it. And we called Eileen, we talked to Eileen. And but I remember that it took Eileen, I don't know how many years later, we went to Puerto Rico. And in my hometown, they don't do that anymore, but they used to, the cars passing by, and it was a place where people will go and play drums, and people will be dancing on the streets. And since the cars are just native people, people that live there, what they used to do, they will stop, look at the dancers, listen to the music, and then go. And then no cars were coming, people will go back again in the middle of the street. They never closed the street.
Yeah.
It was just this communication that they had between
Everybody
drivers and the
knew,
people.
yeah.
So then I asked Eileen, please, can you take your camera? Can you take pictures? Can you do this? And it was something like that. And she froze.
Yeah.
She froze. And why? Because the memories of what happened to her here so many years ago, it was there. And then it happened that we were in Puerto Rico with 2 other friends, and we were able to talk. And that was when she was there, we in the middle of these people dancing, and nothing happened to her. So for me, it was what she needed,
Right.
to trust, in this case, a bunch of Puerto Rican people again, because I was telling her, this is not the normal, but she doesn't know that. So when this happened, I'm just gonna tell her that there is no more food.
Yeah.
All out here.
Am I too late?
Yes, you are.
Okay. No, Barbara just wants to say hi to you.
Aw.
I'm just kidding.
I know, but boy, no, it's just like Thursdays are my crazy days.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm fine. Nice to see you.
Come and meet our friends, huh?
You like lunch?
No, but thank you. Hi, how was it? Did you leave anything for me?
No.
No, it's all gone.
Take a guess.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
I mean, it's just
Eileen
amazing.
and Joe, this is Barbara, who's been a volunteer at NSNP for a couple of years now.
Ah.
She's from France, so she's done Zoom cooking with the French ladies where they film videos. She has delivered the ingredients personally to everyone in their homes. She has taught them in person how to make crepes. She's screen printing, a lot of arts things, painted walls, mowed mowed El Bate. You mowed the first time. Yeah, she's done. You name it, she can do it.
Wow.
Unfortunately, she's going back to
A
France
woman
in
of many
December.
talents.
She's leaving us in December, so I'm not happy.
Me neither.
But she lived. She speaks Spanish also. That's her connection. That's his. She lived in. Her husband's from Argentina. So is this lovely space?
Yes. Congratulations.
Gracias.
¿Y Ana?
Está bien.
¿Dónde está ella ahora?
En París.
En París.
Sí, entró en un máster y está estudiando y tiene mucho trabajo, pero está bien, está contenta.
Yeah. Her daughter was an intern for an important period, like a year and a half with me. She was just amazing. Long distance. I wouldn't have made it without her. But now she's studying.
Okay,
Okay, all right, thank you. Thanks for walking me here. We just the only time I chance to walk. I say, walk with me. Yeah, good. I'm glad you got. We'll have to see each other before.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course,
we'll
of
do
course,
a-
of course.
Yeah. I'll cook for you.
Okay, maybe I can cook the gratin dauphinois.
Oh,
I told you.
Oh, she promised to cook for you?
Ah, yeah.
Okay, that'd be nice. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you, and I'm going to see you very soon.
Okay. Bye bye. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Aw.
Thanks for walking me. Ciao, Barbara. I could not come any sooner.
Oh my God.
Is this the empty seat? Yeah.
Yes, that was the seat for you.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Thank you. So, how was the interview?
Oh, good. We got a lot of good content
I
about.
can remember.
Well,
I loved
Yeah.
how you prefaced I love how you prefaced the interview saying I don't remember a lot of things. Yeah.
yeah.
¿Y dónde está Isabel?
Isabel tenía otra cita, entonces le compró almuerzo a la persona con quien estaba.
Oh.
Ella y yo no nos comunicamos bien. Okay. But Isabel listened to part of the interview, I think. Did they stay for a while? Tony and Isabel? In your interview for a bit? The whole thing? This morning, the two women that were there?
No.
They left? Okay. I don't need to eat. I don't deserve to eat. I'm too late.
What do you mean deserve?
See how she is?
There's no
You see
deserving.
what I-
You know, because
you have to-
she told me already you're late. Wash my hands.
Oh my God.
Now, Eileen, it is such an honor for me to be part of Edith's world right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I entiendo.
Yeah.
All the years.
Yeah.
We have a very good relationship, from my perspective.
Yeah, that's what
That's what I think.
that's what I
And we have very clear roles.
That's important.
Basically, I'm her secretary. I have no illusions. You know, I'm very happy with that role. She thinks of everything, and then she gives me her list.
That's my experience.
Oh yeah, was that yours too? I'm not the only one. I love it. Oh, I can
That's how Iris works. You know, it's just like,
Did you hear that? Ay, no mucho. Uy, thank you.
¿Eso no es mucho?
But quítame un poquito. Sorry. I don't want to waste.
I had fun with you too.
Oh, God.
Oh. Teresa, is it okay that recording you?
Sure. Did you just record all the silly things I said?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I'm
thanks
sorry.
for telling me.
I've been leaving it rolling.
Okay.
I'm going to edit out Barbara if that's okay, unless if Barbara is okay also being recorded, but I'd have to send her, a form.
Yeah, she'll be fine with it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm not sure who's going to want to listen to this.
I think a lot of people
yeah.
will, because this is this is going to be a great follow-up, because I've interviewed Iris and I've interviewed you, and now we had Iris and you talking together, Eileen, and now we also have a little bit with you as well. I don't know how long I should stay, of course, because but I've appreciated getting to sit in and whatnot.
I just think it's wonderful that finally this is happening before my mind really goes.
Yeah.
Well, I've been saying it, from day one. We got to get these stories, but it takes time, and you want to do it right.
Yeah.
And so when I attended a training it was a storytelling training, and how they were talking about how to learn how to do it. And we was like, okay. And then realistically, what can happen? And then Joe came over, and then somehow he volunteered. Right? Don't you remember Joe volunteered to do the interviews? Edie, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was not here.
Do you remember that Joe volunteered to do the interviews? Do you remember
We
that
were
part?
in El Colobó.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start.
Yeah.
Or
No.
we volunteered him. I'm not sure.
Well, the thing is,
Thank you.
one thing, we started off the project, with
you're
kind of
so good.
the hope that people would be able to do the interviews themselves. But as we start, I think even before we did the first workshop, we were like, most community gardens aren't going to have the time or interest in training, somebody of their own to do this stuff, or the resources to,
Yeah.
I have a Zoom account thanks to PHS that can capture as many hours of an interview as I want if it's virtual. And in person I have the recorder, obviously. So, and I also have specifically gone to grad school for this kind of stuff.
Oh.
And I worked in this field for a few years. So, yeah.
And so, is this your official position with PHS? Is that you're the documentarian? And
I am the special project coordinator
Oh,
for
there
the
you
Cultivate
go.
Community Garden.
So that encompasses a lot more than just.
Yes. When Iris and Teresa get their documents together and their their photos and everything too, I will also help with scanning those. Thank you. So that is something else that I do, and another thing I do is web archiving their websites.
Right.
But I'm mostly involved in oral history right now because the other archivists and librarians, they know how to do scanning and web archiving, but I am spry and equipped with young, spry, equipped with a recorder, etc.
Yeah.
And it does take a lot of time. So
Wow.
it might,
you have to edit.
yeah. There's a lot going on in our library right now with scanning and things, and so they hired another intern just recently too
good.
for a different grant. But so I'm basically just hired to handle stuff involving this grant, and the most time consuming thing with this grant is traveling out to places like here, interviewing people, and doing research too. I was trying to find things on you, Eileen,
Yeah, there's.
but
I don't think there's very much.
no,
Eileen likes to be under the radar, I think.
yeah.
I'm just doing my thing.
You came up most often as a spokesperson for for your work with PHS, where it was you're talking about the Keystone Gardens program, you're talking about City Harvest, yeah. But I had to talk to Janet to get out the bit about the Cuba trip. Well, I think I probably heard that from you too, Iris, but I'm not sure. I didn't remember.
You went together? You were on the same Cuba trip? Oh.
That was so amazing. It really was.
Who else? To Cuba.
Oh, to Cuba. Yes.
You went with Eileen.
Yes.
How lucky.
It was really amazing.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
No fair.
Yeah.
Because when you tell someone that you were in Cuba, they're like, oh my gosh, how did you get in there? Did you go under the wire? How did that happen? I'm not even really sure how it happened.
It was amazing, and when I went there right away, yo fui para el malecón, and I made friends there, and it was this trompetista, and he knew that I was not from there, and he was like, ¿Y dónde eres? I said. So then, I don't know how he was able to figure out. Then he started, En mi viejo San Juan. So he played a song from Puerto Rico. So then I will go there, and Eileen, he will be after me. Are you okay? I said, I am at home.
Right.
I am at home, and the hotel was
Right there.
So I was there until I don't know what time.
when we're just
playing,
surrounded by water.
Yeah.
Listening
to music, and I even met this person that his last name is Brown, and he said that his grandparents, they told him that they had relatives in Puerto Rico, and he even invited me. I met his wife. He invited me to his house, and they cooked, and it was just, I couldn't swallow the food. I just couldn't, because I remember they served white rice, and it was just,
Careful what you say.
it was something. But then my plate was the only one that had a piece of hot dog, and I just couldn't. I felt that I was taking, food from them, and I just couldn't. It was, but they were Arnaldo, Orlando. It was something like that, and Brown. His last name was Brown.
Brothers.
So he took me all over the place, and it was just incredible. And I don't know if you remember when we went to dinner to the restaurant there. They will open a door. It was like half a door. They will open half that door for 9 people. We were 10. And when it was time for me to go in the restaurant, it was just because they saw that I was Cuban. And then one day I said, you know what, I'm just let them be. And then one day I said, hermano, ven acá. ¿Por qué ustedes le abren la puerta a todos ellos y a mí no? ¿Tú hablas español? Yo soy puertorriqueña, ¿y qué es lo que dicen? Que Puerto Rico y Cuba somos de un pájaro, las dos alas. It's a very famous poem about Cuba and Puerto Rico that says that Cuba and Puerto Rico are from the 2 wings of one bird. So I reminded him that, perdóname, es que, it's like, those are the instructions that we have. I said, no, it's okay. I just want you to know that I'm paying the same thing. We are in the same program, and it's the same. I am here for the same reason and all that. I just wanted you to tell you that. And it was my color. Because the other 9, they were white. And it was just like, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
It happens everywhere.
Yeah, that was such an amazing trip.
Who else was on the trip?
Paco.
Paco came, right? Yeah.
We were 3 from PHS, from here. I am from Norris Square. I was from Norris Square, and then Eileen and Paco from PHS. The others were from all different parts of the United States.
But it was a bigger group.
10.
Yeah.
A group.
I see.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you had a third person from PHS, but
Paco.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's still around, or if they're still around. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well, then I
Who,
guess.
Paco?
Yeah.
Where is he now?
He lives in Media with his girlfriend.
Okay.
Which is where you used to live.
Yeah.
Well, guess I gotta interview him then. To get the final perspective on the Cuba
Yeah.
trip. I don't know, but I also was meaning to ask you, you talk about poetry a lot. So like, I know this is not at all related to gardening, but like, how did you get into it?
About poetry?
Yeah.
I used to write when I was young, when I was little.
Oh.
And then when I knew my mother, that I saw my mother changing, and I started telling my brothers that my mother was dying. And of course, it's like, you talk a lot. I am the oldest, so, and I don't have the greatest relationship with them, because it's like I was forced to take care of them when they were little. My mother was a single mother with a husband, but she was a single mother. She had to raise us, cooking and washing clothes and doing all those things. So it was my responsibility to take care of my brothers. Cook and clean and buy their clothes, even name the last 2. So, and that's why I believe that's my character. You know, I could be tough, or I could be straight to the point when I'm talking. And of course, people don't know my history. I don't want to be like that, but I did that for so many years. It's like I have not been able to get rid of that. But I wrote some things when she was dying in front of me, and I used to read a lot. I don't read. I hardly read now, but I used to read that, and also I tried every single fiber of my life in those gardens to see what will work. We were desperate.
Las Parcelas. Yeah.
Parcelas, El Batey, Colobó. Jardín de Paz, I don't think we did a lot there.
Yeah.
We didn't do activities there because no, we didn't. We kept it clean and nice, but we didn't do. I don't remember a single activity that we did there.
No, we couldn't spread ourselves out so thin.
That one was.
Had to, I mean, Las Parcelas, that was, they were the best spots, the best gardens to really,
Las Parcelas
attract
was the
people
model.
to come and,
That's the
show
model.
what we were doing.
That was the model, Las Parcelas, and from there, then El Batey, and it was very interesting because we had the same plants for all of the gardens. But I refused to. I said, if we are in Las Parcelas, and when we go to El Batey, or when we go to Raíces, or when we go to Jardín de Paz, they're going to look the same, then you don't need to go to those. You need to go to only one. So it will be using the same plants, but the theme, the garden, the theme, the colors, the ornaments, whatever happened there, it cannot be. You have to be like, oh wow, when you went to each one of them. They couldn't look alike.
No.
It could be, let's say that we bought a yellow paint, and I will put yellow paint in here, and I will put yellow paint in the other one. But this one was yellow and purple, and here was yellow and blue, or yellow and green, or yellow, because you, the visitor, shouldn't tell that we were using. No,
each garden felt so unique unto itself. Even though there might be yellow paint there, but it wasn't the paint. It was just the whole vibe that you got from the space, that was so unique to each of the gardens.
It was the intention was that the gardens, they had their own personality.
Yes, yeah.
Their own character. You will go there and you will be like, oh my God, this is, and it was nothing fancy, it was nothing expensive, it was that character.
Yeah.
And so poetry, different poems and whatnot were part of that. Different poems were part of giving them character to some extent. In some places,
the stories, and don't ask me how, because she was there. It was like she said, we became one. She described it like that, and I couldn't do it better because it was just one. It was like one person, only one mind. And then Tomasita, Tomasita never complained.
No.
Tomasita never gave suggestions. Tomasita will follow whatever I asked her to do, whatever my dream was. And it's not because I didn't share with her. It was just that she was like that. That was her character. That was the way that she was brought up.
Right.
But then it was
because you started first in the gardens before her, right? Yeah.
I started there. Tomasita was working.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No, I wasn't. I didn't remember that she was working.
She was working at Hunter School, and then she retired like 6 years later. Or
Right.
something like that. Yeah.
Hunter School.
I
don't
didn't
have
know
such good
Tomasita.
memories about Hunter School either.
Oh.
You see how you're feeling?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I keep on telling Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
That ask me, and even if they are not asking me, I'm telling the story
Yeah.
to Teresa because she has been the director that has listened to that story, and she has done something with it. That's why we have been able to work together, and that's the only reason why I am back in the gardens.
Right.
Because it's that she's not questioning me. Because I will not lie.
Right.
That's not me. I'd rather get in trouble by telling the truth than to lie. That's not me. No, when I lie, I feel like if I lie to you, it's because I am afraid of you. I am not afraid of no man here on earth. No, that's not me.
Yeah.
So I say the truth. I tell the truth all the time. My kids are mother. Well, that's the way it happened.
Right.
Siempre me están parando, pero no. But anyway, so it's just, I say, my mind is gonna go. And it will be sad because who else is around that they're gonna ask? You could ask Nemo, you could ask Nitsa, you could ask my kids, you could ask some of my family, but even...
Yeah, their perspective
Exactly.
is unique to them,
For someone who wasn't hungry, I ate it all. I'm not hungry, it's just that I had, I can't remember even who I told, but I had quite a severe reaction to the booster shot yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And so I didn't eat, but I guess
I
just got healed.
It took like days for that pain to stop.
pain, and I was
like,
just,
whoa,
slept on
why
it.
is that so intense?
But I wanted to thank you, Eileen, and I've been wanting, every time I hear you came by, and I'm like, oh no, I want to see Eileen too. So thank you for inviting me, Edith. But do you remember when we walked around the gardens maybe 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And, I didn't realize when I took this job just how much history came with all the gardens. It didn't come up in the interviews or anything like that. But, slowly realizing and walking around with you and looking at the gardens through your eyes on that day and just sort of going, whoa, these are not looking so great. Do you remember? And you were talking about, I asked you, would anyone fund us gardens looking like this? And she said no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it just helped me start really thinking about, okay, time to give my attention to the gardens. So hopefully you like what you see at Colobó now.
Of course.
Yeah, it's been,
it's always transition, and you're sort of go to the next thing, and my. Sometimes I had to focus on other projects, and I couldn't be at Norris Square, or I had to go do 5 things at one time, and but Norris Square is always in my heart.
That's great, and it is important to keep passing it on because my memory's not so hot either. And I feel right now we're getting a group of people who are really interested, and Isabel, who you met today, Tony, they're just people who really want to know, and Cecily, I don't think you've met Cecily yet, and she lives right on the street, right very near Edie's, and they've become friends, and she is very, very interested, and she's a mover.
Yeah.
So,
and it's to bring back the vibrant energy. because all the bones are still there.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's the energy like of the feel of the gardens.
And you can't
I
do
think
it
that's-
alone. You have to do it with, you need
Oh,
a
yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And I think that is extremely important that we gather people that were here before, because I believe that those gardens are different than any other garden
Yeah, they
that
are.
I know, and it's because since we were suffering that much, we have to incorporate the history of Puerto Rico, what made, because we didn't know what to do. We asked to be part of the Green Country Town out of this desperation. That's what it was. And really, we wanted to have a garden, but what we needed was for the people to have a space where we could cry or laugh or play music or do these things that normally are not done in a garden. We needed a space, a clean space that we have colors that they will inspire us to do more, to do better. So that's why we need people that were here, that were part of the gardens, that they know how important that period was for us. If not, the gardens are going to be changed into a regular garden, or they will be.
Yeah, I hope not.
Well, we are having meetings every Monday, and it has not been easy.
Yeah, it was at risk.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why we are
The
having a
property
meeting.
is going to be for sale.
No.
No,
Oh.
what was happening in the gardens, because we have new gardeners, and I want.
It's hard to transition, to find new gardeners that understand
Yeah.
how important the history is.
Yes.
Well, that's exactly
Yes.
it. And
Yeah.
so there were decisions being made, like, let's move the chicken coop and let's do away with that pavilion and make more raised beds and stuff. And somehow it became obvious that we needed to have a committee. So we have
Right.
campesinos like Edie's and 2 or 3 others who are part of it. And we have 1 or 2 board members and a couple of staff. And then we also got Josh, who's the perfect sort of mediator, facilitator.
Oh, good.
And so Edie's has spent a lot of time telling them the importance of just about every corner and which structures are important and which are not. Because the pavilion, she was saying, it's the one single structure that is solid. And
It's the only one.
that's solid, and why that was that built and the importance of why it was built versus another gazebo that, she doesn't care about because it wasn't part of that original. So it's been super important to document all this.
And the other gazebo, we could build that's no more than $500. But the old gazebo, the one that we are talking about, that is a couple of $1,000
she
that we
saved
don't
that one.
have.
Yeah, no. And it was gonna,
I said the only thing that it needs is to be changed the colors. They are hideous.
Oh.
Yellow, this bright yellow and this bright blue, and it's all over. If it would have been like a trim here, a trim there, or something
Yeah.
in between. But even the round tables, remember
Oh, yeah.
that I brought the picture from Puerto Rico. This old man playing dominoes, and then Mingo, that he's almost 100 years old. He said, "Doña Iris, I don't know how to build this." I said, "But we could try, Mingo. I'll be here next to you." And then I said, they take this, and this is the way, because I have that. I don't know if you remember, I have that in La Casita, my house that I have in Puerto Rico, in the backyard. I have a round table, and it has some benches and things like that. So I was there when the carpenter built that in my house. So I said, "Mingo, I have an idea." And those 4 tables, they were built, and it was beautiful. We kept that area beautiful all the time. You could go there anytime, and it was beautiful. And now it's a mess. it's not the problem of the gazebo that people are not keeping that. You know, the gazebo is telling us, I want to be beautiful again.
Right. Yeah.
It's just up to us.
Yeah. And the thing is, we got a grant from Pure Farmland for $20,000 to fix up Las Parcelas and to increase food access. So everyone was thinking about more raised beds. Let's eliminate some certain structures. But that was, as she has made very clear, now I think it's been a good lesson for everyone. First understand what you have here and then work accordingly.
Yeah, yeah.
I have pulled out, because you sent me that amazing article, thank you, Joe, and I'm going to bring it to our meeting Monday. I printed it, but I don't want to show it yet, because it's got...
Keeping secrets?
Oh.
Yep. It has a photo of exactly the area where we're talking about putting raised beds.
Oh.
And I'm going to send it because it's got... you're gonna okay.
Tell them.
That basically the idea that everyone's talking about is how it used to be. It's got like going back to that. Did you hear me?
Diablita.
Yay!
You have one?
You'll see Monday. It's just funny.
Remember, I'm going to teach you how to make rice. I'll call you later.
I remember.
So it's just great that you sent. It's so fortuitous that you sent that child.
Well, yeah, it was all Janet Evans, the librarian, in charge of PHS. She found that when I was looking for things, on Norris Square. So it's mostly her, but I appreciate it.
No,
so.
I'm super happy that you shared it. So I'm sharing it with them on Monday.
I mean, if you have, I don't know if you have the stuff from the 2003 when Iris, but I'm sure there must be some articles about similarly then, because that was from like the Flower Show magazine. Yeah. So,
I Googled a lot when I started, and so I have a lot of things.
Okay.
I learned a lot, but I had never seen that one, and also, it's good to just refresh memories and things. But I was talking to Edith, and maybe we can talk you into joining. Edith has dreams and ideas, so I had this idea of spending an overnight at my house with a fireplace in the winter when you can't be in the gardens, and looking at old photos and discarding and identifying. Because even Peter Kent, Natalie's son, has brought, the son of the founder of NSNP, has arrived with crates of information, and Edith has brought crates. And it's daunting, but at least the photos, we could have a moment and identify them. Because you helped me a year and a half ago. We identified a few when Natalie passed away.
Helen, no, you were looking for.
I was looking for a picture of Helen. Yeah, and so, but we're going to work on that, right, Edith?
Yes.
Good. That was a very good yes.
Yeah, because I'm hoping that we could trade. Why should I wait until Monday to see that?
Oh, come on, really? Okay, I don't have it with me, but it's a photo of how you used to plant where now the gazebo que tú dices que se puede tumbar. Hay una foto de ahí y eran todos raised beds ahí. So wasn't that. I'm not keeping secrets from you. But I have a meeting now, I have to go back.
Okay.
Se me olvidaron las flores en el carro, tengo que ir al carro a buscarlas.
Oh.
How's your Spanish?
not that level.
It's very good. It's good.
Is it good? Really? I
yeah,
didn't
it's
know.
good. I didn't know. It's good.
Only over text. Like when you speak, sometimes I'm like hearing like I can't make out the string of syllables.
Well, that I did fast on purpose.
Oh.
Because I didn't want.
Oh.
We have flowers for him, and I forgot him in the car. Oh. So that was in Spanish. Like fast, because I know Eileen speaks Spanish, right?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not, he did not seem confident during the interview, but yeah, no,
Okay.
I don't know.
Can I escape? I'm gonna go and come right back.
Okay.
I'm being very rude, I know, but
Okay.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That was so delicious.
Thank you.
I don't even need sugar very much anymore, and that was so delicious. Oh, Edie, you know what these are? You remember them?
Okay.
So what am I going to do with them?
I don't know.
You don't want them. Do you want any of these? We found them in the casita.
Oh.
They were in la casita, in the Parcelas
Maybe
garden.
sesame.
But they're not a Puerto Rican tradition, so they can't stay there.
Maybe Cecily.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you
maybe
interested?
maybe Cecily would know better than me. I don't feel like it would be right for me.
Okay, well,
But, yeah.
okay, I'm gonna put them on, look at the bag, I'm gonna put them on, eating Cecily's desk and say that you said to give
No,
it to her.
no, don't put me into that. She knows I only give Puerto Rican presents.
Okay, I'll tell her she has to dispose of, okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Iris, so I did have a question for you. Something we talked about. Could you put down the name of that the person you got from the Puerto Rican person who is award-winning? He got for New York for the flower show. Yeah, could you put his name in my phone? Because I'm trying to find. I listen to. One of the things I try to do is listen to music in Spanish, and I'm trying to find more of it. So if you have any recommendations,
What I'm supposed to do? Write the name?
yeah, if you could write.
I write it because I'm not good with telephone. I write it
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
His name is William.
William.
Yeah.
William.
And his last name is Cepedas.